Hey, it's the Chief bonding with board games and RPGs, and today we've got a board game in from Phalanx. This is Total Domination by game designer Wei-Cheng, who I believe is out of Taiwan. Now, it also says there is a solo mode inside, which is interesting. I don't remember that being there. Maybe it was. It's been a while since I did the preview. Interesting thing on this at the time, my preview, was the map was very... it was very functional, but it just stylistically looked very different. And we'll take a look when we get inside, but I believe there's a two-sided board. So one that shows the entire world, where you can see the map and all the different connections. And, at least my preview copy, the flip side I think will just show like these different shaped boxes, and it all had to do with whether you can walk there or if you need to use ship or air or whatever. But this is 1 to 4 players with that solo mode. 90 minutes. And let's see if we can get this off. This just showed up. So this is World War II. If I didn't say that, it's hard to tell nowadays, but this is the giant World War II conflict. And that would have made it very clear as soon as we got to that point. So we have Japanese airplanes, World War II, 1939 to 1945. Let's look. Beautiful. So Phalanx always does these beautiful color rule books. You can see all your components in play. Everything's being described, and this is what I was going to predict. I love splash pages. So this reminds me of like a comic book where you open it up and it's a full pager, and everything is shown, and everything is numbered so that it corresponds with, hey, this is what we're calling this, and this is what it looks like on the board, and this is how you're going to set everything up. The way I will usually learn games is to get the setup done as I'm kind of, I've usually read through or skimmed through, but then as I'm going through and playing, I know exactly what we're talking about, exactly what's being moved. So here already, we can see the two different types of boards. So you have all these squares and circles, and then over on this side, you actually have this world map that's got all this activity going on. So we'll see that when we unfurl this map here in a little bit. Again, beautiful art. Looking great. We'll go through it a little quicker. Wow, a little more rules than I thought. Events. Very nice. How many total pages? Let's skip to the back. 28 if we're going to count the table of contents. Very nice. All right, let's see what we've got for boards. Front and back. How easy do they punch? Very easy. Oh, coming out even on this side. Very nice. All right, off to the side. Let's see. We will come to the board in a moment. We'll unfurl it. Nice tray. What else we got in here? All right, what do we have here? Looks like player aids. Very nice, almost kind of like a linen finish. Nice production. And it looks like maybe one for each player. Yes. All right. So it looks like some supply or expansion boards. And these should be player boards, which have recessed little areas. See if I can show that. I don't know if it'll show up, but I love these because then if you bump the table or bump your board, your pieces don't go flying all over. They maintain what they're supposed to do. Japanese board, German, Russian, British Commonwealth, for the UK. Got extra bags. Cardboard or wooden cubes. What we got here? This is kind of sticking down in. All right. I will unshrink these in a little bit. What do we have in here? So I'm not 100% sure what these are. Set them off. Again, nice insert. Nothing underneath. Always take a peek. All right, let me get these out of the shrink, and then we'll also unfurl the board. We'll be right back. All of the cards have the same backs. I will go through and set these down on the table just so you can get a good look at the art without me shaking. The older I get, it seems, whoops, or I'll hit the camera, the less steady my hands will be. But you can see we've got some really interesting art that is just going on with the bits of information that are present. Go ahead and flip that over just so we can see. Let me just layer these down, and I'm going to roll through them quickly, but I love this art style so much that I really want to show these cards. There's some Stukas coming in. Ooh, nice. Man, that just looks cool. B1, B2, Tiger, which was the cover, I believe. No, that's cover art for another game. Put it in the comments. I'm blanking on it. That's interesting. Good. They must have used the same artist and repurposed some of the art. With all of this unique art, I actually think it's worth me flipping through. It's gorgeous. I'll try to keep it quick so you can just kind of gaze. Love that. I'm telling you. Loving the art style. So we can see we're shifting. I'm not 100% sure what we're looking at here. Is this Africa? You can only use this? I don't know. Is this for the Allies? Again, no idea. But it's worth showing the art for the reasons already stated. Love it. Yeah, the invasion, this looks, I don't know. What is this, the U.S. coming in? Again, I don't know. I shouldn't comment. These look Russian then. Whoops, what was that? Again, we're showing. Definitely that's the theme. Wow. I love it. Very, very nice. Huh, Katusha's? Never know if I say that right. Let me get the cards out of the way. All right, we're looking at the board, and this is the back of the board, or the front of the board. This is the version that I had when I had the preview. Now, I will admit, I wanted to open showing this because when I first got the preview board, I thought, wow, this looks odd. But it was very intuitive once I started to play. Now, I can't remember enough from that preview video. I want to say it was almost 2 years ago, but I remember thinking, I don't know if I'll like this. And then when I sat down and played and ran through the game, I thought, oh, this is actually very helpful. Everything laid out in ways that make sense organizationally, but not nearly as good theme-wise. So let me come over top a little bit. I'll zoom in and I'll kind of show you. I can't remember all the specific rules. But, and I don't remember the center area being, but either way, I know you have your different, it's representing the entire world and the difficulty in moving around and how you move around. But you can see, and even in this polished version, it's interesting visually. And I love the fact that they went with both maps. So let me flip this over and show you the other side. So this is my first real good look at this other map style. What's really kind of nice is that you can see the same circles and squares that are tying in on the back side of this map. And you can also see by showing the entire world to give you perspective, it's shrunk down these areas. So you can tell if you're flipped on the other side, you're kind of like zoomed right in on the action without the bigger kind of picture going on, but functionally working the same. I've got to say it's nice to have the perspective, but I think what I learned even when I had the preview copy was that when I was playing here, it worked better. It held my units that were moving around, and I had that feeling of how I was going to just move to that location. Abstracted, yes. So here you're getting the same exact gameplay, but with that zoomed out, as my hand destroys the focus, that zoomed out picture. That's interesting. So that is Total Domination. I think I still like this better, but we'll see. The other one is more traditional.